Welcome, beloved soul. I'm grateful that you are here in this sacred moment, a place where your heart can breathe and your spirit may rest. You may feel a heaviness in love today, a quiet whisper of fear that lingers when you are apart, and perhaps deep inside, you wonder if they see the truth of your soul. The angels say your soulmate carries a fear so tender, so fragile, a fear that the depth of their love, the breadth of their devotion may be exposed, a fear of losing you, revealed in the quiet spaces of their heart. Do not turn away from this truth, for God sees, and His love holds every fragile fear, even the one they hide behind a smile or behind silence. As it is written, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Psalm 34:18. And so, even in their hidden trembling, God is near, watching, guarding. Know that the fear of losing you does not come from doubt in your love, but from the depth of their own soul, from a sacred recognition that you are a treasure, a gift that cannot be replaced. In this moment, breathe deeply, beloved. Let the truth wash over you like a gentle stream. That love, when held by God, is never lost, even when hearts tremble. And you may wonder, how do you hold space for someone so afraid? You hold space with patience, with prayer, with quiet assurance, knowing that every heartbeat of theirs is a sacred echo of God's design. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. And so you may cast your fears, your worries, your doubts into His hands, letting love flow without demand, without judgment. Imagine their heart so tender, afraid of losing you, yet longing to show the world that their love is true, yet afraid of being exposed, of being vulnerable, of being seen in full devotion. In your soul, feel a gentle truth. You are a light they do not wish to lose. And yet the angels remind you, God holds you both, even in moments when fear threatens to overshadow love. Pause with me now, and if this message resonates, consider subscribing, commenting with your reflections, or sharing this gentle word with someone who needs a reminder of God's care. Your support, even a humble super thanks, helps these messages reach hearts waiting for peace, and allows the angels' whispers to continue guiding souls to calm and trust. Return to your breathing, beloved, and know that love is safest in God's hands, even when your soulmate's heart quivers with the fear of loss. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. This is not only guidance for you, but for your beloved, a reminder that fear need not govern love, and that divine providence watches every tender step of your journey together, even in silence. In hidden longing, God's light illuminates the depth of their devotion. And your own soul, in quiet patience, holds the reflection of this sacred bond. If you feel moved by this teaching, please comment a prayer or share this gentle reminder with someone dear. And know that angels rejoice when love guided by God finds its way back into hearts that tremble. Your love does not fail. Even when their fear seems to hide it, it only waits gently, patiently, for revelation through compassion, through understanding, through prayer. Let us meditate now on this truth, that fear is not the enemy of love, but a tender doorway to deeper trust, deeper connection, and divine assurance. And so, I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and whisper a prayer, not only for yourself, but for them, that their heart may be unburdened, and that your souls may walk in sacred alignment, protected, guided, and embraced by God's infinite love. As it is written, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. 1 Peter 4:8. Even the fear that threatens to hide true devotion, your presence, your patience, your gentle trust are holy acts in the eyes of God. And your soulmate's deepest fear, once revealed, will only become a gateway to greater intimacy, greater understanding, and greater peace. Pause with gratitude now, and if this message blesses your heart, share it humbly, comment, subscribe, or support the channel, so that more souls may hear the gentle voice of love. and find rest in God's protective embrace. Remember, beloved, even when their fear whispers loudly in the night, God whispers louder, assuring both of you that love is never lost when it is held in His hands. Welcome back. Beloved soul, take a deep breath and let your spirit rest in this moment. A moment set apart, sacred, where God's presence surrounds you. The angels say your soulmate's fear, the fear that you might be lost to them, is not born from selfishness, but from the profound recognition of your worth, a reflection of the treasure God placed in your life. When their heart trembles with the thought of losing you, it is a whisper of truth that love is holy, rare and worth guarding, and even when fear presses, it can be transformed by gentle understanding. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41:10. Allow these words to settle in your soul, a soft assurance that no fear, no trembling can surpass God's watchful care. Remember, beloved, the fear of losing you is also a fear of revealing their deepest self, the part of them that is unshakably devoted, yet tender, fragile, and longing to be known without judgment. See this fear not as a shadow, but as a door, a gateway to deeper trust, a path where love can grow without being forced, a place where prayer and patience act as gentle guides. The angels whisper, do not rush their heart. Do not demand certainty or immediate expression, for fear, when met with compassion, transforms into sacred courage. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. This courage is not only for them, but also for you, to remain calm, peaceful, and rooted in divine assurance. Pause with me here, beloved, and if this guidance resonates, gently subscribe to receive more peaceful spiritual wisdom. Comment with your prayer requests, reflections, or simply a heart open to God's whispers. Share this message with someone who needs a soft reminder of God's love. And support this ministry through a humble super thanks, helping these sacred words reach the hearts of many waiting souls. Return now to the truth of divine perspective. Their fear is a mirror of love, a mirror that reflects how deeply they value you, and how deeply they fear the emptiness of life without your presence, even when they hide behind stoicism, silence, or guarded walls. God sees the longing, the prayers whispered in the dark, and the angels whisper back, your love is not lost. It is safe, it is protected. Consider this, beloved, fear thrives in uncertainty, in the unknown, and so your presence, your calm, your prayerful heart becomes a beacon of reassurance, a lighthouse for their wavering spirit. Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken. Psalm 55:22. Let this truth remind you that even in moments of fear, God's hand steadies both your hearts and love when surrendered to Him, remains unshaken. Pause again, beloved, and feel the gentle rhythm of your breath, the quiet beating of a heart in harmony with divine timing. A reminder that your soulmate's fear is temporary, and that God's plan for your union is patient, sacred, and perfectly aligned. The angels ask you to reflect. What if their deepest fear, once revealed, became a gift? A gift that allows your love to deepen, to mature, to rise above surface desire into a connection built on trust, prayer, and the quiet presence of God. Fear, when met with love, does not destroy, it strengthens. Vulnerability does not divide, it unites. And the sacred truth, beloved, is this: God's light can pierce every shadow of doubt, every hidden worry, every trembling thought, illuminating hearts with courage and devotion. Above all, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. Guard it not with walls of suspicion, but with a serene, loving vigilance, knowing that God protects every tender place inside you and your soulmate. Imagine them, trembling softly, yet opening in their own divine timing, allowing themselves to be seen, to be vulnerable, revealing that their love is anchored in God's truth, and that even fear cannot diminish the depth of what they feel for you. The angels remind you now, gently, speak words of encouragement, not demand. Offer understanding, not pressure. Pray for their heart and for your own, with patience and holy intent. If this message touches your soul, beloved, take a moment to comment your prayer, your reflection, or a gentle amen. Subscribe to bring more peaceful guidance into your day. Share this with someone who needs hope and comfort. And know that your support helps this sacred channel flourish, allowing more souls to encounter God's calm through these gentle teachings. Even in moments of fear, even when their love is hidden by trembling, God's grace is sufficient. And the angels whisper reassurance that hearts aligned in Him will always find their way. Pause once more, beloved, and breathe in the sacred stillness. Whisper a prayer for yourself and for them. That fear transforms into trust, that doubt softens into patience, and that love, when surrendered to God, flourishes in divine light. Let all that you do be done in love. 1 Corinthians 16:14. Even in the midst of uncertainty, even in the presence of fear, this love is your anchor, your guidance, and your shield, and it carries the power to dissolve the deepest of anxieties. Remember, beloved, their fear of losing you is not a reflection of weakness, but a sacred recognition of your value and of the holy union God has planned. As we close this part, reflect on the calm assurance that God provides, that love held in Him is never lost, never broken, never exposed to harm. Your soul, their soul, intertwined in sacred trust, protected by divine care, nurtured by gentle prayers, and guided by angels whose whispers are soft, yet filled with eternal truth. Welcome, beloved soul. Take a deep, slow breath and let God's peace settle over you, a calm, sacred presence that wraps around your spirit like a gentle embrace. The angels say, today, we move into understanding, a place where fear meets faith, where trembling hearts find rest, and where love, guided by God, rises above uncertainty. Your soulmate's deepest fear, being exposed, being seen in total devotion, is not a shadow to fear, but a sacred truth to honor, a reflection of how precious you are to them, and how deeply they long to hold on to what God has blessed. Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. Let this verse be a gentle balm over your heart, a reminder that you and the love you share belong to God, protected, sacred, and guided by His divine plan. Even when their heart trembles, even when silence hides their longing, God sees every tender thought, every prayer whispered in the quiet of night. And the angels whisper, your love is not lost. It is held in divine hands. Imagine, beloved, a garden of trust where fear, when met with understanding, dissolves like morning mist, and the soil of your hearts becomes fertile for intimacy, for honesty, for devotion that is free from shadows and guarded walls. You may ask, how do I support someone who fears exposure? The answer is simple yet profound, with patience, with prayer, with unwavering faith in God's perfect timing. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord. Psalm 27:14. The angels remind you that divine patience softens fear, transforms hidden anxieties into expressions of love, and allows souls to connect without pressure, without doubt. Pause now, beloved, and if this message resonates, please subscribe to this channel, comment with your reflections, prayer requests, or simple gratitude. Share this sacred teaching with someone who needs reassurance, and support this work with a humble super thanks, helping more hearts encounter God's gentle guidance. Consider the divine wisdom in this. Fear is temporary. Love is eternal, and the deepest fear of your soulmate is not a threat, but a sacred invitation to trust more fully, to love more openly, and to surrender to God's timing. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. Even their anxieties, their hidden worries, their trembling hearts can be placed before God in prayer. In surrender, in faith, reflect, beloved, on the power of seeing with spiritual eyes. The fear that seems so large is actually small in the light of divine love. And the love that seems fragile is actually anchored in eternity, protected, nurtured, and guided by angels who rejoice when hearts unite in God, even when they hesitate, even when they retreat into silence. Your love, gentle and patient, becomes the bridge, connecting souls through prayer, through compassion, through quiet understanding. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. 1 Corinthians 13:4. Let this be the rhythm of your heart, the melody that guides both of you into divine harmony, where fear yields to faith, and doubt is transformed into trust. Pause again. Beloved, and breathe deeply. Allow the angel's whispers to settle in your soul, encouraging your heart to remain calm, even in the presence of trembling. Hidden fears. The angels remind you that your soulmate's fear is a reflection of the sacred weight of love they carry for you. And when met with patience and prayer, it becomes the doorway to revelation, intimacy, and spiritual depth. Consider now, beloved, the holy power of your prayers. A simple word, a whispered hope, a quiet plea to God can transform hidden fear into courageous love, can unveil the beauty of their heart without shaming or rushing. Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord himself, is the rock eternal. Isaiah 26:4. Let this rock anchor your love, your patience, and your understanding, knowing that divine timing surpasses human urgency, and that every heartbeat guided by God leads closer to unity. Even when fear whispers loudly, let your prayer rise louder. Let your faith shine brighter than the trembling, and know that the angels celebrate every small step toward vulnerability, every soft confession of love, every tender moment of trust. Pause, beloved, and reflect. The fear of exposure is a shadow that can be held in the light of God, and the love you share when surrendered to Him is unbreakable, eternal, sacred. If this message blesses your soul, please comment, share, and subscribe, allowing this gentle guidance to reach hearts who are weary, and support this sacred work with gratitude, so more souls may encounter God's peace through these whispered teachings. Your soulmate's heart, trembling though it may be, is capable of divine courage, of holy openness, and your presence, your love, your prayer are the instruments God uses to awaken that courage. Remember, beloved, fear is temporary, love is eternal, and the angels say your hearts, when surrendered to God, will find revelation, freedom, and the sacred joy of true intimacy. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. John 14:27. Let this peace settle in your soul, a calm river flowing through every moment of uncertainty, reminding you that love is safe, sacred, and eternal. Even when fear whispers, even when their heart hides, God's light reveals the truth. Their devotion is real, their love is deep, and divine timing is perfect. Pause now, beloved, and whisper a prayer for both your hearts, for patience, for trust, for courage, and for the gentle unfolding of love that God has prepared. As we close this sacred teaching, hold these truths. Fear is not the enemy, but a doorway to deeper faith. Love is never lost, even when hearts tremble. And God's guidance, God's timing, and the angel's whispers are always present to bring souls together in holy unity. Welcome again. Beloved soul, take a moment to settle, to breathe, and allow the stillness of God's presence to embrace you fully. The angels say your soulmate's fear of being exposed, of revealing the depth of their love, is not a flaw, but a sacred reflection of the intensity of their devotion. Even in moments of hesitation, even when they hide behind walls of uncertainty, their heart longs for you with a reverence that mirrors divine love itself. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Let these words fill your soul with calm assurance that God sees every trembling thought, every hidden longing, every whispered prayer in the silence of night. Know that the fear your beloved feels is not meant to push you away, but to remind both of you of the sacredness of this bond, a bond blessed by angels, nurtured by divine intention. Imagine their heart, quietly trembling, afraid of revealing its depths, yet yearning to show you everything. The vulnerability, the devotion, the unspoken promises. And know that God honors that sacred fear, transforming it into courage in His perfect timing. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Philippians 4:6. And so you may pray, not with demand, but with faith, asking God to guide their heart gently and to help yours remain calm, patient, and understanding. Pause now, beloved. And if this sacred message touches your soul, consider subscribing, commenting with a prayer, a reflection, or an expression of gratitude, sharing this gentle word with someone who needs hope, and supporting this ministry with a humble super thanks, helping more hearts receive peace and guidance from the angels. The angels remind you, fear is not the absence of love, but a tender whisper of how much love matters. It is the recognition of your value, your presence, and the holiness of your connection. When you see their fear not as rejection, but as sacred longing, a deeper intimacy unfolds. Built not on words alone, but on trust, patience, and prayerful presence. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. St. Corinthians 13:7. Allow this love to flow through your heart like a gentle stream, washing away doubt, soothing anxiety, and nurturing courage, even when silence lingers. When hesitation remains, your calm, prayerful presence is a beacon, a soft light illuminating the path toward divine trust. Pause. Beloved, and visualize their heart, a delicate flower, trembling in the wind, yet rooted in the soil of God's eternal care, waiting to bloom fully when the light of love surrounds it. The angels whisper, you do not need to push, to demand, to rush. Your role is to nurture, to pray, to love steadily, and to trust that God's timing will bring revelation, courage, and sacred vulnerability. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will act. Psalm 37:5. Commit both your heart and theirs to divine guidance, allowing love to unfold naturally, without fear, without pressure, and with every prayer, every act of patience. You are helping their fear transform into holy courage. Imagine the moment when their heart finally opens, when fear gives way to trust and trembling gives way to devotion. It will not be forced, but a sacred unveiling, a miracle whispered by angels, nurtured by God. Pause again, beloved, and let this reflection settle. Fear and love are intertwined, and when guided by divine wisdom, fear becomes a teacher, a doorway to trust, intimacy, and spiritual growth. If you feel blessed by these words, beloved, comment, share, subscribe, and support this channel humbly, helping more souls encounter God's peace and the gentle guidance of angels. Return to your heart now and breathe in the sacred assurance. Your soulmate's deepest fear is only a reflection of love, and love that is real, profound, and protected by God's hand. Even when moments of doubt arise, even when fear seems loud and overwhelming, the angels remind you, divine love is always present, always guiding, always protecting, always bringing hearts closer. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. John 14:27. Let this peace fill your soul. Let it calm any trembling, dissolve any worry, and allow love to flow freely, naturally, and fearlessly. Pause once more, beloved, and imagine holding their heart gently, with prayerful hands holding yours with the same gentle care, and surrendering both to God's wisdom, His timing, and His eternal love. The angels say the fear of exposure is temporary, but the love nurtured in God's presence is eternal. Fear will fade, courage will rise, and hearts aligned with the divine will find their sacred union. Reflect now, beloved, your love, your patience, your prayers, your presence are the instruments God uses to transform hidden fear into trust and trembling hearts into devotion. As we move forward in this sacred journey, remember, fear is never the enemy of love, but a messenger, a teacher, a herald of divine revelation, and when both your hearts surrender to God's guidance, fear becomes courage, anxiety becomes serenity, and hidden devotion blossoms into open, sacred love. Welcome, beloved soul. Take a deep, gentle breath and allow God's calm to fill every corner of your being. A sacred stillness that quiets your mind, soothes your heart, and aligns your spirit. The angels say, the fear your soulmate carries, the fear of being exposed, of revealing the depths of their devotion, is not a barrier to love, but a doorway to sacred trust. Even when they hesitate, even when their heart trembles, God is at work behind the scenes, gently guiding, protecting, and nurturing every tender thought. And the angels whisper patience, prayer, and understanding are your allies. Be strong, do not fear. Your God will come, He will help you. Isaiah 35:4. Let these words sink deep into your soul, reminding you that love, guided by divine wisdom, is never lost. Even when fear seems overwhelming, pause for a moment, beloved, and feel the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat. A reminder that God's presence is steady, unwavering, and eternal. Your soulmate's fear, though strong, is a reflection of the sacred weight of love. A fear that they may be vulnerable, misunderstood, or unworthy in your eyes. Yet the angels assure you this fear is a gift in disguise, a sign of deep devotion waiting to be nurtured. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. 1 Corinthians 13:6. And so allow love to guide you in seeing their truth, their hidden devotion, their tender longing, with compassion, without judgment, without pressure, even when fear whispers loudly. Your calm presence becomes a soft light, illuminating the path toward trust, openness, and mutual understanding. Pause now, beloved, and if this message blesses your soul, consider subscribing, sharing, or commenting your reflections, or supporting this channel with a humble super thanks, helping these gentle teachings reach more hearts in need of divine comfort. The angels remind you, fear is temporary, but love is eternal, and when met with patience and prayer, fear transforms into courage, trembling hearts become brave, and hidden devotion becomes visible in sacred ways. Imagine their heart, beloved, trembling yet courageous, slowly unfolding, revealing the depth of love and longing it holds for you. And know that every prayer, every act of patience, every moment of calm presence guides this sacred unveiling. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. Cast not only your own fears, but theirs as well, into the loving hands of God, trusting that divine wisdom orchestrates every step of this sacred journey. Pause again, beloved, and visualize a river of light flowing between your hearts, a stream of divine love that dissolves fear and nurtures courage, honesty, and open devotion, even when uncertainty lingers, even when hesitation remains. Trust that God's timing is perfect, and that every step toward revealing love is guided by angels, protected, sacred, and purposeful. The angels whisper, speak words of encouragement, offer gentle reassurance, pray quietly for their heart and your own, and let divine wisdom guide every interaction. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. Trust that even unseen efforts, unseen prayers, unseen acts of patience are working to transform fear into love, doubt into faith, and hidden devotion into sacred revelation. Pause once more, beloved, and feel gratitude for this sacred connection, for every heartbeat, every prayer, every gentle act of patience that nurtures love, courage, and trust in your soulmate's heart, even when their fear surfaces, even when trembling clouds their expression. Know that God's light shines brighter, guiding both your hearts toward holy alignment, and reminding you that love, when surrendered to Him, is eternal. If this message blesses your soul, beloved, comment a prayer, a reflection, or simply a quiet Amen. Subscribe to receive more peaceful spiritual guidance, and share this sacred word with someone who needs hope and comfort. Return to your heart now, beloved, and breathe in the calm assurance. Your soulmate's deepest fear is temporary. Their love, though hidden at times, is anchored in divine truth, and God's hand will guide it gently into the light. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. 1 Peter 4:8. Even the fear that may seem to hold them back, even the trembling that keeps them from revealing their devotion fully, love, anchored in God, covers, heals, and transforms all. Pause again, beloved, and whisper a prayer for courage, for patience, for divine revelation, and for the gentle unfolding of hearts aligned in sacred trust. The angels say, this fear is not permanent. It is a doorway to trust, intimacy, and holy vulnerability. And when met with prayer, compassion, and patience, it becomes the path to divine unity, a love that is stronger, wiser, and deeper than fear itself. Even when doubts linger, even when shadows of anxiety appear, God's light illuminates the truth. Their love is real, their heart is devoted, and divine timing will reveal all in sacred beauty. Pause one last time. Beloved, and let these words settle. Fear is temporary. Love is eternal, and your soul, their soul, aligned in God's wisdom, will find courage, trust, and holy union in divine timing. Welcome, beloved soul. Take a deep, sacred breath, and let the stillness of God's presence fill your heart. A calm so gentle it touches the deepest corners of your spirit. The angels say, this is the place of understanding, where fear meets faith, trembling hearts meet patience, and hidden devotion meets sacred revelation. Your soulmate's deepest fear of being exposed, of revealing their full love, is not a shadow to push away, but a sacred whisper from God, a reminder of how precious you are and how deeply they value your presence. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41:10. Let these words settle into your soul, a promise that even in moments of uncertainty, love guided by God is safe, protected, and eternal. Pause now, beloved, and feel the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat. A reminder that divine timing, not human urgency, guides every sacred step. The angels remind you their fear is not a wall, but a tender invitation to patience, prayer, and gentle understanding. Even when hearts tremble, God's love transforms anxiety into courage and hidden devotion into sacred revelation. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. Cast both your heart's worries and theirs into his loving hands, trusting that divine wisdom orchestrates every tender moment of connection. Even when silence lingers, even when hesitation hides their longing, you're calm. Prayerful presence becomes a lighthouse, guiding them gently toward trust, openness, and sacred vulnerability. Pause, beloved, and if this message touches your soul, subscribe to receive more gentle spiritual guidance. Comment your prayers, reflections, or gratitude. Share this message with someone who needs divine reassurance. And support this sacred work with a humble super thanks, allowing more souls to receive peace, wisdom, and angelic guidance. The angels whisper, fear is temporary. Love is eternal, and patience is the key that unlocks the doorway to deeper intimacy. Every quiet prayer, every moment of calm presence, every act of trust strengthens the bond of sacred love. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. 1 Corinthians 13:4. Let this be the rhythm of your heart, the melody that guides both your souls into divine harmony, where fear dissolves into faith and doubt transforms into trust. Pause once more, beloved, and visualize your soulmate's heart, a delicate flower trembling in the morning light, rooted in God's eternal care, opening slowly, revealing devotion, courage, and sacred longing. Even when their fear feels overwhelming, even when their heart hides its depth, know that God's light reveals the truth. Their love is real, profound, and enduring, and divine timing will allow this sacred love to flourish. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you, John 14:27. Let this peace settle deep within your soul, a calm river flowing through every anxious thought, every shadow of fear, every tremble of doubt. The angels say, your soulmate's fear is not the end, but a doorway to trust, courage, and holy intimacy. When met with patience, prayer, and gentle understanding, fear becomes a teacher, guiding hearts toward deeper connection and divine alignment. Pause, beloved, and whisper a prayer for courage, for trust, for openness, and for the gentle unfolding of hearts aligned in God's wisdom. Your presence, your love, your prayer, your patience are instruments of divine grace, helping their fear transform into courage, and their hidden devotion into sacred revelation. Even in moments of doubt, even when fear whispers loudly, God's hand guides every heartbeat, every thought, every tender longing. Fear may tremble, but love, when anchored in God, is eternal. Reflect now, beloved, fear is temporary, love is eternal. Your souls intertwined in prayer, patience and sacred trust will find courage, peace, and holy union. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. 1 Peter 4:8. Even the fear that hides devotion, even the trembling that veils longing. Love anchored in God heals, covers, and transforms all. Pause one last time, beloved, and feel the gentle embrace of divine assurance. Your soulmate's deepest fear will be softened, their hidden devotion revealed, and your love, patient and prayerful, will be met with courage, trust, and sacred intimacy. The angels whisper, continue to pray, to love, to trust, for every small act of patience, every gentle word, every quiet prayer moves your souls closer to alignment, to courage, to revelation, to divine love, even when the journey feels long, even when fear seems strong. Trust in God's timing, trust in His protection, trust in the sacred bond of love. For fear is fleeting, but love anchored in Him endures forever. Pause now, beloved, and offer gratitude for this sacred connection, for divine guidance, for angelic whispers, and for the unfolding of a love that is holy, patient, and eternal. If this message blesses your soul, please share it humbly with others. Comment your reflections. Subscribe to receive more peaceful spiritual guidance. And support this channel with a humble super thanks, allowing these sacred teachings to reach hearts seeking hope, courage, and divine love. Remember, beloved, your soulmate's deepest fear is temporary. Your love, patient and prayerful, is eternal, and God's guidance, angels' whispers, and divine timing ensure that sacred hearts will unite in holy love. Take one final deep breath. Beloved, feel the peace, the calm, the sacred assurance of God's presence, and know that your soul, their soul, and the angels surrounding you are part of a divine journey toward courage, trust, and eternal love. Welcome, beloved soul. Take a long, deep, sacred breath and feel God's gentle presence surrounding you. A stillness so quiet it touches the deepest corners of your spirit. A calm that reassures your heart and steadies your mind. The angels say, today, we enter the place of understanding and holy resolution, where fear meets faith, trembling hearts meet patience, and hidden devotion finally finds the courage to rise into the light. Your soulmate's deepest fear, the fear of being exposed, of revealing the depth of their love, is not a shadow meant to harm you, but a tender whisper from God, a reminder of how precious your heart is, and how profoundly they value and cherish your presence in their life. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41:10. Let these words flow into your soul, a promise that no matter the trembling, hesitation, or anxiety, love anchored in God is safe, eternal, and sacred. Pause now, beloved. Feel the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat, a steady, sacred drum reminding you that divine timing guides every tender step. The angels remind you their fear is not a wall, but a doorway, a gentle invitation to patience, prayer, and unconditional understanding. Even when hearts shake, God's love transforms anxiety into courage, and hidden devotion into sacred revelation. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. Cast not only your own fears, but theirs as well into His loving hands. trusting that divine wisdom orchestrates every small movement of your souls, even when silence lingers. When hesitation hides longing, your calm, prayerful presence becomes a lighthouse, guiding them gently toward trust, openness, and divine vulnerability. Pause, beloved, and if this message blesses your soul, consider subscribing to receive more gentle spiritual guidance. Comment your prayers, reflections, or gratitude. Share this sacred word with someone who needs reassurance, and support this ministry with a humble super thanks, helping these gentle teachings reach more hearts in need of comfort. The angels whisper, fear is temporary, but love is eternal. When met with patience, prayer, and understanding, fear transforms into courage, trembling hearts become brave, and hidden devotion becomes visible in sacred ways. Imagine their heart, beloved, trembling yet courageous, slowly opening, revealing devotion, longing, and sacred love. Every prayer, every moment of patience, every gentle word guides this sacred unveiling toward light, trust, and intimacy. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. 1 Corinthians 13:4. Let this love flow through your heart, washing away doubt, fear, and hesitation, nurturing courage, honesty, and divine alignment. Pause once more, beloved, and visualize your soulmate's heart, a delicate flower trembling in the morning light, rooted in God's eternal care, opening slowly, revealing its full devotion, courage, and sacred longing. Even when fear feels overwhelming, even when hesitation conceals their heart, God's light reveals the truth. Their love is real, profound, and enduring, and divine timing allows this sacred love to flourish. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. John 14:27. Let this peace settle into the deepest corners of your soul, a river flowing through every anxious thought, every shadow of fear, every tremble of doubt. The angels say, your soulmate's fear is not the end, but a doorway to trust, courage, and holy intimacy. When met with prayer, compassion, and patience, fear becomes a teacher, guiding hearts toward deeper connection and divine alignment. Pause, beloved, and whisper a prayer for courage, for trust, for openness, and for the gentle unfolding of hearts aligned in God's wisdom. Your presence, your patience, your prayers, your love are instruments of divine grace, helping their fear transform into courage and hidden devotion into sacred revelation. Even in moments of doubt, even when fear whispers loudly, God's hand guides every heartbeat, every thought, every longing. Fear may tremble, but love anchored in God is eternal. Reflect now, beloved. Fear is temporary, love is eternal. Your souls intertwined in prayer, patience, and sacred trust will find courage, peace, and holy union. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. 1 Peter 4:8. Even the fear that hides devotion, even the trembling that veils longing, love anchored in God heals, covers, and transforms all. Pause one final time, beloved, and feel the gentle embrace of divine assurance. Your soulmate's deepest fear will soften, their hidden devotion will reveal itself, and your love, patient and prayerful, will be met with courage, trust, and sacred intimacy. The angels whisper, continue to pray, to love, to trust, for every small act of patience, every gentle word, every quiet prayer moves your souls closer to alignment, to courage, to revelation, to divine love, even when the journey feels long, even when fear seems strong. Trust in God's timing, trust in His protection, trust in the sacred bond of love. Fear is fleeting, but love anchored in Him endures forever. Pause now, beloved, and offer gratitude for this sacred connection, for divine guidance, for angelic whispers, and for the unfolding of a love that is holy, patient, and eternal. If this message blesses your soul, share it humbly with others. Comment your reflections. Subscribe to receive more peaceful spiritual guidance, and support this channel with a humble super thanks, allowing these sacred teachings to reach hearts seeking hope, courage, and divine love. Remember, beloved, your soulmate's deepest fear is temporary, your love, patient and prayerful, is eternal, and God's guidance, angels' whispers, and divine timing ensure that sacred hearts will unite in holy love. Take one final deep, sacred breath, beloved. Feel the peace, the calm, the sacred assurance of God's presence, and know that your soul, their soul, and the angels surrounding you are part of a divine journey toward courage, trust, and eternal love.